This is Weed from The OddEven, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast. Hey, Chris. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
From The OddEven. Hey, Chris. How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
So where are you at, John?
I am physically in Maryland on the largest island in the Chesapeake Bay, right across from Baltimore.
Beautiful.
Good for you. I'm in Richmond, and Chris is in Northern Virginia, right up by you there.
Nice. Awesome.
I still have yet to see the Chesapeake Bay.
Really?
Yeah.
It's pretty big. If you're anywhere in Virginia, I think you just kind of head east, you'll run into it, right? Pretty much.
I don't know.
I want to go to that Chincoteague, I think it's called. Is that where the horses run?
It is. Yeah. Chincoteague and Assateague, they run between the two. Yeah.
I want to get out there one day, and I've lived here for 15 years and keep saying I'm going to do it, and somehow it just never happens, but I need to get myself out there.
So I'll give you a warning. If you ever go camping anywhere down there and you're actually doing it old school with a tent, make sure you don't leave any food in your tent, because if you leave and come back, the horses will have shredded your tent and taken your food.
No, really?
That true story. I went out one night to a bar with a bunch of folks and came back, and I said, I know it's dark and I'm a little bit drunk, but I'm pretty sure I had a tent here. And they were like, I think I see pieces of your tent.
The whole tent.
Oh, the horses just took the whole thing and ripped it apart to get to like Doritos and maybe an open bottle of liquor or something. So
wow.
I wouldn't want to see that horse dung.
Yeah, no. I ended up sleeping in my car for 2 days. It was great. So.
Can you imagine seeing a drunk horse running down the beach?
Yeah.
With a piece of tent hanging out its ass.
That's right.
Yeah. All right.
Well, there's
John,
a way to start a podcast.
Oh, yeah. John, I don't know if you've ever listened to this podcast before, but Chris is a little off, so it goes down the dumper really quick. So
please.
Just bear with us.
Perfect.
And try not to hang up. But what I was going to ask you is, if for fans not familiar with The OddEven, can you give us a two-sentence boardroom pitch? How's that?
Sure. We're melodic hard rock, based in Baltimore. We kind of were raised on that whole 90s, 2000s sound, and we don't shy away from the comparisons. So there's my 2-second pitch.
Perfect.
When you say 90s, 2000 sound, what do you mean?
I mean, anything from Alice in Chains to Soundgarden to Stone Temple Pilots to Fuel to Saliva to, anywhere in that genre.
Gotcha.
I haven't heard of Saliva in a long time, but man, I used to love that band.
Yeah, we actually we did a show with them. I guess it was about a year and a half ago down in Nashville, and just a great group of guys, man. It was really cool to hang out with them. And to your point, it's always fun when you're digging somebody's music and they end up sharing the stage with them. So that was a really cool night. Was
Josie back in the band then?
No.
Because I think I saw something that he is now, right?
I think that rumor's been going on for a while. I mean, obviously right now nobody's playing, but at last check, no, I don't think that ever happened. I think they were talking about doing something with the 20th reunion of, the big record. And, I don't know if that ever went down, but I mean, hell, who knows? Right now, nobody's doing anything. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
how are you guys managing with this, with all this nonsense? Are you doing anything different to keep in contact with your fans?
We are. I mean, it's kind of crazy how this band developed, it's been just about a year now. And, we picked up from the ashes of another band, the guitar player E.T. and I. And, we basically set out, we said, hey, we want a singer in this genre, and, we want to get a good drummer, and let's book a bunch of gigs and then go and record and go out and take on the world. And so we, quickly got the lineup together. We booked a little tour with, we did some shows with Nonpoint and Soulfly. We played with the guys in Last in Line, which were, the surviving Dio members. Right. Yeah, so we were kind of picking up anything like that where we could get on a bill and then, just get the name out there. And then we were like, let's go in and record. And we went and did that in January. And lo and behold, we thought it'd be, really cute to put this thing out on 420, being that, everyone calls me Weed. That's my last name.
Right.
And all this stuff. And who knew there was going to be a pandemic that just kind of just destroyed like all momentum. It was like, oh my God. So we put this out and we're ready to do dates. And, the dates have been canceled and postponed and pushed back. And, we still got a few that are on life support, that are, in September. We've got 3 shows down in Florida. One of them's with Slaughter and LA Guns.
Oh,
wow.
We're supposed to do Jersey Shore Festival, which may or may not happen. We're supposed to do a festival over here in Maryland. Who knows? At this point, it's kind of crazy. So we've certainly been trying to keep the the promotional hype going. We partnered with the guys at Pavement, and they've been awesome. Really pushing the new video that we put out and driving people to Spotify and all that good stuff. But
right.
It's been a struggle, man, just like it has for anybody.
Yeah, we do a lot of work with Pavement. They seem to get behind their artists pretty good.
Yeah, they're amazing.
That's
cool, Chris.
It's a strange time to be a musician. I mean, it's a strange time to be alive, just generally speaking. But yeah. The musician side of things and the venue side of things, it has the ability to really be fucked for quite a while. So how are you kind of planning to overcome some of those obstacles, like venues shutting down because they can't keep open?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I mean, everything's still really an unknown. I mean, we're doing as much as we can, on social media. And like I said, partnering with Pavement was great for, keeping us out there and keeping us in everyone's eye and hopefully relevant. We're doing things like interviews with you good people to, again, keep us out there. But I mean, who knows? It's a shame, like literally you get something on the calendar, on the schedule, and you're preparing for it. And like I said, we've got, 6 shows or whatever in September that are totally on life support. I fully expect them to be canceled. I mean, a couple of months ago, we were looking and saying, oh, you know what? Everything's screwed up in the Northeast. We don't want to go to New York or anywhere like that because it's the hotbed. And, certainly Maryland has had its moments of shutdown, and we're slowly climbing out because I think, the state did a pretty good job of, shutting it down enough to prevent, major spread. But you look at the areas in the South and stuff where they were just like, oh, this is just bullshit. Let's go with it. And now all of a sudden, it's wildfire down there. So I'm not sure I want to go down there even if they say the gig's on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% agree.
I was looking at that this weekend and I was just like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Pardon my language.
I mean,
but man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about, wearing a mask. I got no problem doing that. And I think it's the right thing to do. And I would even do that probably on stage. But, you put me in front of 2,500 people in a tightly packed room, and I'm pretty sure I don't want to be in that petri dish. You know what I mean?
Right. 100%.
Yeah. I don't want to become a heavy metal science experiment either.
Yeah, no, I kind of already am. So let's not push the limits too much,
By the same token, though, we were talking about it earlier with somebody else. I totally miss going to shows, and I can't see how this plays out and, when we're going to be able to get back to probably never what we had, but something that resembles it.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. We just, we picked up a few endorsements the other day, and one of them is Clayton USA, the pick company, and they sent us a bunch of custom picks and all this stuff. And, as we're reading through the contract, it's saying, make sure you throw these out off stage and give them to people. And I was like, what's this stage stuff you guys are talking about? I was like, yeah, I got no problem doing that. If you find me a stage where, nobody's going to die from this pandemic, I'm down. Where's that at? North Pole? Let's go.
Yeah. Well, Bruce and I were talking about this earlier with the social distancing metal concert that took place. Where was it, in Finland or Germany or somewhere?
I think it was Germany, maybe.
And they drew circles on the floor for people, and you had to wear a mask, and everyone was spaced apart, and it was like the band played, but you couldn't get up close to the stage or whatever.
Or get out of your circle.
You couldn't leave your circle.
I mean, I've played in a bunch of different genres of bands, over the years and stuff, and that might fly for some things, but for, a hard rock band like the OddEven, I mean, we get on stage and we live off that energy. I mean, it's going to be really weird if that's how the world changes. I mean, you just expect people to be up front and be sweaty and, push it against the barrier or against the the stage, and you kind of thrive off that. It makes you jump around and get into the music, and it's going to be really strange, with if we can't get this thing under control, and that's how the world ends up being. You know what I mean? I mean, we all hope for a vaccine and we go back to some sort of normalcy, but that seeing circles drawn around a bunch of people out in a field seems very weird.
Yeah, it would seem like an alien concert. Like, when's the UFO going to come down and pluck me up?
That's right.
So I've got to be honest, and I might be in the minority here. If that is the only way for me to get back to hearing, getting my ears ringing again and hearing some live music and seeing a band perform and supporting them, I'm in. Even if it's just for a little bit of time. I mean, I need to get to a show. Yeah,
no, you're not kidding. I mean, I need to get to a show. I need to see my friends that are in bands. I need to get on stage myself.
And the community. It's a community, right? I mean, you need the whole thing. That's how we thrive.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we actually rehearse in a studio space in Baltimore that's got, I don't even know, I'm going to say probably 24 different rented studio spaces. So, I mean, you've got on any given night, there's probably at least 10 bands that are either writing, recording, making a video, all that kind of stuff. And it's just strange. I mean, it's a ghost town. If you see somebody, you don't really want to see them. You kind of want to wave from afar,
Right.
Okay, he's going down hallway B. I'm gonna turn left at C and go down over here, and then I'm gonna come back around so we don't actually have to talk to each other, see each other. It's strange. It's really, really, really a weird time.
It is weird, but I think that we'll probably see some relief. There's a Canadian company that's invented this nose spray that stops the virus from being able to actually take root in your body, but you have to use it every day. So
hey, whatever it takes, I'm in.
Yeah, I'd do it too, man. Fucking right.
Yeah, 100%.
So what do you have planned? What do you have planned? Are you guys working on new stuff? I know you've got stuff coming up, but in this time where you're not really playing live, are you just building up the catalog so you're ready when it releases?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. And it actually kind of works in our favor a little bit. We kind of went whirlwind with this whole thing. It's like, okay, here's the band. We got seasoned players. I've worked as, a booking agent before. I've worked at an indie label. I've got a lot of contacts. And it was like, how do we get out there and get on the road? Let's go do this stuff. And we really didn't have a lot of time to be, super cohesive and sit together and say, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. We went in and recorded an EP. And, we've got another 10 to 20 songs that are kind of ready to go. And then we probably got another 20 that are all ideas and stuff. And the nice thing about this is that, you can go ahead and with technology, say, hey, let's do a Zoom meeting or a Skype or whatever and say, here's a couple ideas and, send stuff, audio files back and forth. And, we can all work on them in different environments. We have recently just started getting together. But like I said, it's, we're standing in four corners of a 15 by 15 room, don't get too close to me and, all this stuff. And it's kind of strange, I mean, like I said, I live on an island. My drummer lives, 2 doors down from the studio, basically. So he's in the city where he's got a lot more, chance of, possible infection, where I can really social distance like crazy. I mean, there's,
oh yeah,
it's a lot different. So, the few times I've been up there, it's one of those things where, I know he's been super safe and all this stuff, but at the same time, I'm like, I got a distinct advantage over here versus being directly in the middle of the city,
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
You just don't know, right? You just don't know who has it or if they have it or if they've even had it or whatever. So it's
yeah, I mean, that's really the terrifying thing. I mean, my parents are in their 80s and stuff, and it's, going over to see them. It's like, let's stand outside and I'll stay far away from you, because the last thing I want to see is, anything that I've done by going to 7-Eleven or whatever, brings this thing on for you guys, because they won't make it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, we had there was a huge party on the 4th of July a few doors down from me. And the guy comes out, he's like, come on over. I'm like, no.
Yeah, probably not.
I'll be sitting on my deck drinking beer. I'm not going over there.
Yeah, that's a smart move for longevity.
Yeah. I'm just like, I just wanted to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
As a matter of fact, I'm going to call the cops because this is not good.
yeah. Well, it's technically legal, right? But it's it's still, I don't know. Seems irresponsible.
I think unethical for sure.
Yeah. But you know, who am I? I'm just some random dude. So.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like I said, I mean, having the I guess what you'd call a setback is actually probably going to be a pretty good thing for us. You know, we've actually been able to work out different things with some of like even our light show that we probably wouldn't have had time to do, you know, where before it was like, okay, this guy's a really good light man. Let's get him on board and throw him in the back of the van and let's get on the road. And, you know, now it's, well, hang on a minute, let's take some time. And this is how the set's going to go. And this song's going to do this. So I fully expect that kind of stuff to help us out if we ever do get back to normal. And then, you know, just the kind of the ease of passing stuff around. You know, this morning I got up, I had a couple ideas in my head. You know, I broke out the guitar and went down, laid down a couple tracks with, you know, a drum machine and off it went to my guitar player. And then, you know, my singer will get it tonight and, you know, we'll see where it goes. So I fully expect that this is going to help us out as far as, you know, maybe even some stronger material and definitely honing our direction.
That's awesome.
Chris? I think so, man. I personally am taking a very positive look on all of this. And I think the first thing is that technology is going to go through the roof at a rate that we've never seen. And I also think we're going to get back to normal sooner than we think. Right?
I hope you're right.
I think,
I mean, this is a little different than, you know, somebody getting, you know, getting the sniffles or something. I mean, this is a pandemic. So hopefully we've got the greatest minds around the world that are working on this. And, you know, the folks that got the money can throw some money at it and fix this. Because like you said, I mean, for somebody that's been playing and, you know, came up, you know, playing rock and all this stuff, it's just brutal to have a summer with no shows where, and you know, as I said before, not only me not being on stage, but not being able to go see stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's what's killing me. It's festival season.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. We've missed. Well, we'll be missing Judas Priest in September. We missed Lamb of God Megadeth.
Death Fest.
And Death Fest. I missed. I'll be missing Gojira and Deftones.
You're not missing much there.
Hey, fuck you, man. Okay, what's your opinion on Gojira?
I have no opinion.
What he's saying is he agrees with me.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I mean, I'm into whatever, you know, and as long as it's cool, and by cool I mean if it's musically badass or it's a good song or there's, you know, art in it. I mean, if there's something to it, hey, I'll go see a cool show whenever, however, whatever it is. That being said, there's plenty of bands out there that I can name that I would go see that show that I would probably never listen to on Spotify or get a CD or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The one that pisses me off is missing Rammstein or Rammstein, however you say
it. Yeah.
Like I don't really listen to them that much, but their show is just so over the top.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I mean, there's times where, you know, I'm like, hey, let me listen to that, or, you know, I'll go back to like Ministry or something like that, and that's not something I listen to every day. But damn, if Ministry wasn't coming around and there wasn't a pandemic, I'd be like, let's go see Ministry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Fucking pandemic. Cool, fuck COVID.
Well, it was funny when we started talking with the working with the Pavement guys. I told him, I said, you know, a couple of years ago in my previous band, I said we played at the Blue Ridge Rock Festival with, you know, with Lamb of God and Saliva and Puddle of Mud. And I think Tantric was on the main stage with us that day. And I was like, we got to get on that. And they just started laughing. There was like, there's no way in hell that festival's happening. And I was like, yeah, so we shouldn't worry about it. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Sure enough, the other day they pulled the plug on that. And I was just like, I mean, I was stunned that it took that long, but I was like, man, if that's going to go off, that's going to be a hard one to not want to be on that show. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's crazy, man. It's crazy times, but we'll get through it together.
And I agree. Anyway, if fans want to find out about the Odd Even, you want to go ahead and drop your sites for us and where they can get the most out of it?
Sure. I mean, I'm a little old school, so probably the easiest way to do it is just right to our website. It's just theoddeven.com. Pretty easy stuff. Obviously, we're on Facebook, YouTube channel. I think we're up to like 32,000 views of our new video, which is awesome. Certainly you can find the music on Spotify. I mean, we're literally on everything. So if you can't find us, I'd be stunned. There is some mathematician, I guess, that's maybe probably from India or Pakistan, somewhere over there that has some odd even stuff on there. If you see that and it doesn't sound like hard rock, that's not us. Go back to theoddeven.com, navigate. You can find the alien theme and all that good stuff. And you go from there. You start hearing some music as opposed to math. You're on the right track.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Hey, thank you very much. Good luck with the record. Good luck with all your music, and hopefully we get back to bumping into, because we're neighbors, so we're bumping into each other again. Yeah,
hell yeah, man. Stay in touch, and like I said, man, stay up with the shows, and I'll try to hit you guys up, and hopefully we can connect soon on a Baltimore, DC show, something like that, or Richmond.
Sweet, man.
That'd be wonderful. All right, man. Be well. Take care.
Okay, guys. See you. Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello out there. Yes, hello out there, everyone. I'm Hal Schwartz.
And I'm Flynn McLean. Together we host None But the Brave, a podcast dedicated to the music and career of Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce and E Street Band are on tour right now for the first time in 6 years, and we're taking a detailed look at what's happening on stage in our bi-weekly episodes.
We've also been recently joined by some very exciting guests, including rock journalist Warren Zanes and Stephen Hayden, Backstreet's Magazine founder Charles Cross, and Barstool's Kirk Minahan.
If you're a diehard Springsteen fan, this is the show for you.
So please subscribe to None But the Brave on your favorite podcasting platform, and we hope to see you further on up the road.
Thank you so much. We'll be seeing you.